phải vui nhá anh em nhá. Nhạc đâu?
A long time, and then Vice is sort of the new Sentinel that really seems to be working wonderfully, especially versus Neon. So I think that both teams having a similar idea, and both teams kind of running what is more of the
Sửa title mà nhỉ?
at the moment is more of a good sign, especially for
đây để tôi
BBL.
sửa lại
I feel
tên
like
anh em
the
ơi,
time
sửa
to
lại
relent a little bit further away
tên
from
hai
the
đội.
meta. But this is
Team
one
1
that
là
they've
Foot đúng
actually been
không?
running for a while, and although yeah, they struggled a little bit when they played versus Vitality, they did well versus Giant X, they did well in this qualifier versus Eternal Fire, and then on the other side of things, it's kind of similar. A win versus Na'Vi in close fashion for Foot, and then a couple of defeats to Heretics.
They've
proven to be very, very good on this map. So
thằng BLV thua WE có bị loại chưa hả?
It sets us up nicely, but I do agree with you that
Đấy là LL mà biết sao được.
Tôi
quan tâm Baran thôi.
Close map, or I suspect Foot will win because they have the wind in their sails, and I'm waiting to see if BBL have that level of resilience, because I think even when they were good, even when they were playing that Euro meta, think back to when they had that incredibly close series playing against NRG, the next game they got banged. So it's like there's always been that sort of mental thing for them since they've started losing, which you have to bear in mind up until they played at Masters Santiago, they didn't lose. They barely ever lost.
It is also another factor to take into consideration that now they've lost, and the players that didn't really show up there, that fell off from map 1, were the ones that were carrying a lot of the weight for that squad. Your Lotus, your Kraven as well. He was fantastic when it came to Pearl, and really deactivated on the previous. So that's definitely something to worry about. As we get into the action, you can already see the barriers might be up, but not all the players are. It's a
vừa vào thì 2 phút lăn là chết rồi anh em ạ.
As you can see, BBL on the attack.
La Rock bắn Ray và lớp Rock bắn Neon à?
Under wraps. Just before you panic, there's a weird HUD bug. One of the players from the attack is showing blue. So I almost lost my mind as to how they had 2 neons, but I've never seen that bug before. That's a weird one.
Mua 2 ổ mì trộn Omachi sốt tôm phô mai trứng muối, vị của nó phải nói là tởm của tởm á. Ủa, sao anh em cứ chê cái đấy nhá? Mình thấy cái đấy ngon mà. Ăn cái mì Omachi trộn vị tôm phô mai đấy ngon vãi.
They'll probably fix between halves. I've never seen that. So cool.
Cool is not what I'd say.
It is cool because he has a red vision cone, so at least you can see it's him, and you can certainly when he gets his eyes on a player. That's a beautiful shot from Lover's Rock in a 4 versus 2. Keep in mind, Lover's Rock is on a sliver of HP, and he was when he went for that fight. He's just feeling very confident. Paranoia is good, but doesn't really work when there's a reveal on the other side.
Oh, there we go. That is the combo of pistol rounds broken. It was 4 pistol rounds.
Ồ, anh em gà và anh em không ăn được cái mì trộn sốt trứng muối của Omachi ạ. Cả điên.
Managed to get one of their own. So an important start, because as said, that was my major worry, that in every single half so far they have found themselves at a deficit.
Chứng tỏ anh em chưa đủ sinh viên bằng tôi rồi.
To climb back. In the second map they weren't. So I think very important that
Một đều sao trên hút có một thằng có chấm thằng không á, do bên làm giải họ quên thôi. Bảo rồi giải này vòng loại mà anh em vốn dĩ là đáng nhẽ là chả cần stream đâu, chẳng qua là anh em cứ hiếu kỳ ấy, thành ra là người ta lại tạo điều kiện cho mọi người xem thôi.
Not afraid to send one player out aggressive, but nothing spotted. No noise made. And I think that's where
chắc là thằng ảnh hưởng nhất sau khi Euro bị nớp rồi á.
Không. Most scenarios to this, like as time goes on.
Thực ra chả thằng nào nó bị ảnh hưởng đâu, chỉ là kiểu nó chỉ thay đổi đặc vụ chơi thôi ấy. Lối chơi thằng lớp Rock vẫn thế, vẫn phải bắn ngắm.
I think from Foot's perspective they realized we might have actually gotten something if we
were nói chung nó bắt bài cái lối chơi hiệu quả hơn thôi.
They know the neon is here. Dealing with him will still be a difficulty, I suppose, but I think his hope was that him making that rotation might even cause them to go back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with him seeing absolutely nothing, it's kept most of his teammates just still hanging out around C in case there was a rotation back in that direction, but I like that. Just the cut of noise from BBL. Safe and secure. How that
30
post
seconds left.
All but guaranteed. It now comes
Hai câu nhẹ nhàng thôi. Anti cô ấy thua kiểu. Nhưng mà khẩu classic food đẹp nhờ. Thật sự ấy.
Yeah, it's probably better to avoid that if at all possible. As time ticks on, you can see that that's exactly what they'll do. There is no peeking coming in here from the defensive side, just waiting. Go down to the spike in the end, catch them if they push you. Do as much damage as you can. No, we're not getting away with that. Larocque is sacrificed as a result of guaranteeing the round. But that's just fine. He only had a sheriff. Altogether, a very successful round for BBL. Now 2-0 up.
Yeah, I think from his perspective it was also just not like they were never.
Ê, chính là bây giờ nhìn thấy hai khẩu BBL với cả foot đẹp phết anh em ạ.
You want to get that showstopper online and he didn't have anything to play with, so obviously in the end he'll go down with the spike, but it really doesn't matter too much. And this is now where the game gets interesting. We haven't seen Foot play from behind at all in this series so far. It's always been BBL that have had to try and find a resurgence. But Foot are not shying away from a fight, and neither is.
Thấy chưa? NGQ đẹp keng đến từ Larocque luôn.
They even know about the player in tree as well. So Zeus, well, doesn't get away with it for free, but he is making it work. 2 kills is more than he was expected to even get close to there. He's given Foot a chance. Never mind. Okay, Lover's Rock is out for blood today. Noted.
Yeah, on the rope. He's managed to clear one out. And now the remaining 2. This might be the chance, finally, for them to go 3-0 up, but it's whether they can deny them on the retake. These 2 players are still going for it. Yetoshe's been seen. It's whether the second player has it and he doesn't. Just ducking down into that corner, and now Sociable to try and find 3 in a matter of seconds. There's a wraparound coming in behind him. That's all just bait. It's bait for Rose. 3-0. Finally, BBL have got a solid start of their own, and winning that bonus now puts them firmly in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they're getting a taste of what it's like to be Foot at this point. They've faced this deficit every single time. And we've started out a map that we've started out a half in this series. They've been behind, but they fought their way to map 3, and now the leg up clearly theirs. But look, it was early doors, early days. The key thing is the last round was the buy round, and now we should have an easier conversion. Stack up from Foot is towards the A site. Push up on C we've seen before from the Omen. B site's wide open. The problem is BBL don't know that. They haven't got a clue what they're facing into. But they have made the right gamble. And that, I'm not sure about Rose coming here on his own up through this space.
Bên Food Esports đánh lô A.
And so forth. But hey, it worked out. He's not going to be punished.
Ngon rồi.
For now. Great Prowler. No one inside the wall. Good information.
Yep. There is no one there.
Spike plant.
I think his teammates already cleared everything else anyway, but hey. And now again, this becomes another mission to. I feel like they're going to want to do more damage here, but.
Này không coi giảm vẫn chơi nhiều á, tại vì đây là phiên bản chưa sửa em ơi.
Not any ultimates online just yet for that attack, so a lot of them are going to be close.
Có thể làm đéo đấy nhở? Đói à?
Seemingly unnecessary as well. You've just given a gun over to the other side, but well, that gun didn't last very long. Lover's Rock trying to get up close. It has been retrieved back, but he's just waiting on the edge. Dealing with him is incredibly difficult.
Lover's Rock làm 3 luôn.
Players standing. Lover's Rock with the triple. And 4-0 up. No blunders to be had just yet for BBL. And for Foot, we are now starting to wait and see, is there a step up of theirs, or have they run out of energy?
Go, go, go!
Well, yeah, indeed, considering they had a leg up coming into this with a big win already under their belt in the previous map, it is a little bit surprising to see them go missing. And I don't expect that to last. Operator in the hands of Sop.
Với cái lối bò từ nãy giờ của BBL thì lên gỗ và đẹp rồi, nhưng mà chết luôn. Dính cái chói đau quá, nặng quá anh em ạ.
Afterwards, as they overextend, perhaps a big battle to brew from this attack side already. Forced Zeus back towards the B site, and Kreven was waiting.
Well, delayed at least for a second, but that's all the delay there is. Another purchase, another potential failure. They're already clearing this one. Okay, this is actually a little bit risky. There's a couple of players on the other side of this. The fight could genuinely define the round. Already, Rose has got one.
Rose bắn quả kinh ấy.
But it's not going to happen for Crystalli. Rose, after
Phút thật sự là đang thua trắng ở map này luôn đấy. 5-0 rồi.
His own in this one. Leave sociable. Yeah, he's just got to save. But it seems like even still there might be a good idea of where he is. The ping was on there, but instead sociable has found his target.
Anh rằng là map công anh em ạ, nhưng mà này hơi quá đáng rồi.
They're going to try and hunt him down, but instead he is lurking around them. Even still, that's a worthwhile trade. There is plenty of credits available for the BBL side, and you cannot say the same.
Tính hết vé đi EWC chưa?
Yeah, we are
chưa?
Very much playing a stacked economy.
Là hết rồi nhở? Nhớ nữa, hết rồi. Hết rồi, nhầm, hết rồi anh em ạ. Đang giành thua rồi. Hết rồi. Hết vé rồi. Thua Navi ạ, chịu chết. Thua ai không thua, thua Navi.
Yeah, I'm not sure what was said in like the last 20 minutes or so during the break, but this BBL side is looking completely different. And of course, the last map wasn't their choice, but as we sort of said, like
thua hai map 11-13.
And other than the dominant defeat they had in week 5 to Fnatic,
lại còn thua Fracture.
They looked decent.
Map nào không thua Fracture.
It seems like Lotus maybe is where they put a lot of the work in.
Thua bao nhiêu round ở bên công này?
That's maybe a little bit more comfortable for them across.
Thua bao nhiêu round ở bên thủ em? 1 2
right
3
now, they
4
are
5
outclassing
6.
Foot. And well, it's no surprise that Vlad has decided to take a
9 round thông ở bên thủ.
Okay, although maybe the expectation is they'll have a slightly better attack side half, as they almost always do. 5-0 down is starting to look like a similar capitulation to what we saw in the first series.
Well, that's the thing. How much of a better half can it possibly be? All right, like if it keeps up like this, with BBL looking dominant in every fight, with Lover's Rock looking virtually immortal, but with the aim of a Radiant. Solution needs to be found soon from Foot. Dominant in the previous map, close on the first, but this could be the end of their road to EWC. Sociable, he doesn't want that to be the case. A solid start.
Omen thì tôi nghĩ là bên công sẽ sướng hơn nhá. Căn bản là cái map này những cái con smoke nó không quan trọng như vậy. Căn bản là góc này về cơ bản là tôi thấy là nó là whole angle với cả con N nhiều hơn.
This might not be the best position for Foot. They've still got overdrive. They've still got a showstopper. It's not like this is a round with
kiểu chỉ cần clear kỹ rồi, thực chất là anh cũng không cần quả smoke che lắm.
Ultimates on the other side as well. So if this starts to get dangerous, which it has, there's always an opportunity. Look at the read though, and a full rotation to the other side of the map. But is that something that's being sold? It seems like it. I like this from Rose. He's completely pulled them over to this A site. hook, line, and sinker. It's only if his teammates start to doubt and join him, but it seems like they are fully committed in towards B. Like being tapped, but no, now he's going to spot 2, and surely that's the moment where they go back.
Một ulti kéo được 2 ulti thì lời nha. Nhưng mà 3v4 hơi mệt.
A man down, but decent damage. Oh, it's messy.
No
the Lover's
way.
Rock wins it. Zeus goes down, and now
Thế nhá.
all of a sudden BBL are in complete control. That one spiraled so quickly. The showstopper even used. Honestly, didn't even hear the voice line during the chaos.
7 giờ mới bắn mà em, Tumi live sớm vậy á? 7 giờ mới bắn á?
Look for.
Ủa?
I mean, the showstopper there, obviously, right at the end. For BBL.
Mãi lộn 7 giờ sáng mới bắn thật anh em ạ.
Keep in mind, Neon and Rays from Foot.
Tôi xem nốt trận này tôi sẽ làm gì ở khoảng thời gian từ 4 giờ đến 7 giờ bây giờ anh em. Tôi cứ tưởng là 4 giờ bắn
And even getting out of there is unlikely.
Thế off tí nhá, off tí tôi ngồi tôi làm việc tí nhá, xong rồi hay là cứ để treo stream đấy. Tí 7 giờ xem. Không chơi game đâu, chơi game ngấy lắm rồi.
No, it's not.
But yeah, I think it was Creven who basically got hit low, gets given the operator.
Tumi chữa đề tiếng Anh chưa cơ sở. Giờ hơi mất. Không biết gì tiếng Anh đâu.
Personnel elsewhere, Loiter going down early. Like this was a great round from him. You can see that on the kill feed, he found a wallbang kill and then this kill. Sure, the Lover's Rock one was maybe the most surprising of the round, and also
Tom rồi làm cutter à?
The map he had in the
Ôi.
last.
7 giờ 4 giờ sáng rồi, ai put Tom nữa các bố.
9-1. Of course has lost his life already. Teammate has. Actually, so is LaRock. A much better start. But is there going to be the close for Foot to get their first round onto the board?
They have to know that Rose can be here.
Trông cái bọn BBL bắn không yên tâm ấy nhở? Rất đẹp ấy.
From the site, where else could he be? He's being given a free opportunity to just walk up behind and take a double. In fact, they're still not reacting to the fact that he's there.
Mẹ bom ở ngoài
Rose just got 2, and in the meantime, sure, so did the other side, and they dropped the spike. That's the key thing.
6-1
This
đâu?
round should already be over, and instead, it is still a competition, but a high-low setup looks to end this. Loida, smoke far away. Oh, that wide swing from Rose! He's giving himself a chance, and he almost took it across the line. A damn good try from the IGL, but the first round from Foot comes online like that. I think, Tom, you may agree with me here, but that is anything but a repeatable round.
I would call that an ugly round.
A very ugly round, yes.
It made me somewhat uncomfortable, but a round's a round. I know that obviously you're going to look at it and go, well, yeah, they lose this many players. I think even just you looking at the spray from Cristalli, I think that tells you all you need to know. The fact that Rose almost comes out with a 4K and that is madness, considering that he basically just walks through all of their utility. Even still, though, can this be the start of something sociable? Sociable, this is nasty. He's lurking in the
Lao hết vào nhau ấy mà.
They've still not dealt with
Hay
it.
này.
He's still just sat there.
1v2.
Lotus come up with 3. Again, he's now got the ability to potentially just TP to the other side of the map, but does he take it?
Thằng số bằng clear bằng ngắm thì hơi khó.
Oh, this is so smart. They'll think he's already through the door, and now he's creeping his way ever closer to Sop, who doesn't expect him to be this tight on the corner, but it's going to be a slow peek from Loida. It costs him his life up against the operator. You understand why he does it. But for Foot, that is a second round. They've managed to find perhaps the beginning of the resurgence, but still not holding my breath. Like when you see a player like that, Loida, who like we said was missing on the previous round, almost show up.
Like là trận này chưa chắc ăn nhanh đâu anh em ạ.
It does feel like in the rounds that Foot find, there's still a narrow margin, and if they make even the slightest mistake, they'll find themselves slipping out of favor.
Yeah, for sure. Like I like this early pause from Key as well. It's like we've already seen them like lose a few rounds in a row and completely disappear off the server for a bit. I think the last map was a good sort of depiction of that. But realistically, 6-2, you're still in a good position. You want to make sure that you come out of this half at least with say 8 rounds, so that you're in a dominant lead. It wouldn't be out of question for Foot, especially because, as I said, even though they've finally lost a pistol, they are still 4-1 in pistols. So you want to make sure you're almost out of sight of that pistol and second round, because odds are you're not going to be winning it. So just making sure that this doesn't get out of control, because that last round especially, that was an all-out brawl. And considering, I think, how good they've been with sort of finding gaps and finding rotations, you almost don't want to have this stack early fight, because you've been able to find fights elsewhere. I think also, economically, this is a swing round. They win this round, the economy of their opponents is in trouble, they lose it, and there starts to be a problem.
Vừa vào thì Lotus chết mẹ rồi.
Oh, that's Sop right away. Loida, one of the big dangers, is going to be dealt with. His foot find the advantage. Perhaps the pressure put on the attackers early. Kreven waiting outside the B sites, avoided the utility that came his way, and I think on the back of that, they're calling the rotation. Again towards A main from the pings. But I think that will be to the broken door and then breaking through. The problem is, look where Sop is. Sop is playing for them to go on this B split. The same for Rose. They're both in really good, or not Rose, sorry, Cristalli. They're both in really good positions to shut this down.
Úi xồi ôi.
Yeah, he is
Đi
in
vào họng súng là
danger
xốp rồi.
now in the waiting room
36.
the next round.
Seeming like the pause might have not had the impact they desire, and Sop starting to wake up with this operator.
One enemy remaining.
There's a problem.
Spike
Great
down,
setup
B.
as well. Instant pop flash to set up Cristalli at the contact of the wall,
Nothing's
and
perfect,
he's going to be there to close. That is much
was
better from
perfection.
Foot. What has been some messy rounds, some scrappy rounds,
One
a
dream
pause
ends,
comes in from their
another begins.
opponents, and now they've won an incredibly clean one, and put their opponents on a back burner of economy. Like, I think they still might have enough credits to get like a buy with light shields, but it's definitely still on the brink.
Yeah, indeed. Exactly as you said, light shields across the board. The economy down to its last cent and dollar. For Foot, built up a big credits advantage. Have an operator to play with. Have momentum. It was a damning start. Certainly appeared to be. It's not over yet for this organization. The road to EWC still has journey. The question is, how long is that journey? Play towards the C site, spike going in, and Oliver's Rock has been dealt with again. An opening pick for Foot. They've been doing well whenever they have them. I think it's been really hard for BBL to find picks back in the other direction, and well, it goes from bad to much worse.
I see that we're in the same spot again, except it.
Lâu
we saw
Thái
it in
Nguyên
the
nha.
last map where it was 6-0 and then 4 rounds in a row. Well, it seems like that's all but guaranteed. It's just whether or not the BBL have the capability to stop that streak from continuing. And it feels like Foot, even though it doesn't look like much has changed in terms of the way they're setting up, I think they're more aware of some of the gaps. I think also they're just winning a lot of these opening fights. That operator has started to make things a little bit more
30
uncomfortable.
seconds left.
Well, there's not really any reason for the defensive side to move any further. Okay, they could look to try and take out some of this remaining weaponry. We already said that the last round was them playing with light shields. These lose this gun this time.
10 seconds left.
Problem, you definitely don't want to
One
lose an
enemy
operator, but then
remaining.
again, probably just come in with an outlaw in the next round, and never mind. He didn't even get the kill.
Yeah, it was sociable.
Fnatic với Vít sau rồi á, Vít thì có vé rồi. Còn Fnatic thì vừa trượt vé thôi anh em ạ.
He's very lucky to still be alive.
Thua Fnatic 1-2. Anh em thua Na'Vi 1-2.
For Foot, that momentum very much carrying them through, but in terms of how they got here in the actual round, just A aggression, right? They find that space for free. It's held onto by the op of Sop.
GA hay
And
Wenby
then
đây
they're
á.
ready on the C site. They've got numbers.
Mình
I
không
think
biết
there
về
was
bóng rổ
3
lắm anh em ạ.
players waiting there.
Có xem đâu.
Well, that goes about as well as expected when BBL walked. And it was walk. It wasn't even a blitz from the Neon. They were contacting and just got caught on the edge of the smoke. That's an unlucky start. But the point is that Foot didn't have to do anything except sit and wait. And it worked.
A lighter buy, a lower buy, but it's already going
Wow.
slightly better than some of the others.
Ra nó đổi đôi luôn.
From the Rock. That's at least something to play with. Zeus turning the tide though, and look
One
at the
enemy
HP.
remaining.
Already one
Spike
death
down.
to nothing. Zeus looking to give them their 5th round, but he will go down. He's given an opportunity. Maybe even a gun, but just look at Sop behind. Oh,
He's run away.
okay. Round and round they go.
Ôi, nó múa.
But, not much of one.
6 đều thật đấy.
A streak of six
Em ạ,
one-way
đấy anh em nào bảo 6 đều được không thì
Do they complete?
khả năng là 6 đều được đấy chứ.
He must have been one step away from picking up the rifle there. That actually might have given him the 1v2. It was a really nice try by Loida. But yeah, 6-5 from the lead that they had. And I think I'm trying to think. I think I've said this all day long. Well, I can't believe we're here. Like, this looked so dominant for BBL. They looked so confident in every fight they took. And now, potential to be neck and neck at the half. EWC, I think, went close to 10 rounds without getting a kill. And yet we're still close to neck and neck. That's madness.
Okay, this is a complete change of pace. Brute force is the name of the game. TP into the backside, showstopper used. There is no doubt that the plant is going down. Will anybody fall? No.
Planted.
Zeus got away with one, but I mean, there's too many players on the other side. Lovers
Hi.
down very low, and it makes it easy for Sop. A cleanup can't take that ability away, but the Thorns are going to buy a little bit of time. Ult fading down to 30, down to 20. He's got to go. He's looking for a kill, but nothing found. Sop now down to his pistol. Rose has found a double on a classic. Excuse me? The Rose Steel Garden has done
6 đều.
well, but Creven is
Không.
last man alive.
Vẫn là 7-5 anh em ạ. Draven cứu ác.
Landed the double that closes around. This game is madness.
What on earth was that? Rose didn't even have a gun anymore, and he's just managed to get 2 of the classic. I am so confused with what I've just witnessed.
Yeah, that was genuinely a crazy round. I lost track of even what was happening at one point. These two teams are so much fun to watch, but 7-5 is where we end things in that half, Tom. There is still a lot of ground to cover. Give me your quick prediction for the next half.
Oh yeah, I'm going with. Oh, wait. Is there a break? I think we need a break.
No one said anything, Tom.
Hala tí anh em ạ.
Welcome back, folks. It has been a wild ride of a first half with a huge lead to BBL, and despite going 6-0 up, they lead by 2 at the halftime. Foot did a really good job of clawing their way back into this one, but Tom, did they build enough of a foundation for the second half?
I don't know.
Go.
Thank you, Tom. We'll be back after this. I'm kidding.
Yeah, honestly, like, I've just watched a team go 6-0 up and then have to win the last round with a classic. Like, it's... Nothing makes sense anymore. This is the 6th map of the day. Let's just see what happens. And already, Sop has got an opener. Of course...
Pick thì theo anh nên pick đội nào anh Tumi á? Mai mình lên video nhá. Mai record xong rồi edit luôn.
Maybe that is changed. It would need a 4v5 retake though.
Well, those Thorns are going to buy a little bit more time. Let's see. Spread across, so the attackers across the entirety of this site. There's going to be some options to group up in heaven. A double stack as they now drop down to swing back site together. But BBL find a couple of kills, and suddenly it looks doable with LaRock tapping the spike now. But he knows exactly where Sop is.
Là đâu cứu kìa.
Nade, and the fact that he wasn't ahead
Làm
of it,
4 luôn.
everything pieced together by
Em từ
LaRock. You
đấy.
could see him doing the math, and it all added up perfectly. 8 rounds now for BBL, 2 pistols as well in this map, which if you're watching the series so far, you know why that's impressive.
067 rồi. Em dài là rốc thế mà lại hay anh em ạ.
Because that was ridiculous. I don't know how he's come out of that one alive. Like cleaning up, I think that was a 1v3. I'll be honest with you, there was so much going on that I got lost in the sauce. But those are the moments that Larocque is known for. And wow, a second pistol seemed incredibly unlikely, but he's managed to bring it home for them.
Well, this is a bit of danger for Rose. He is dead. Surely no, the skill Thorns have bought time. Rose got one. Lover's Rock with another. And now, hold on. This round that moments ago seemed to have this man in threat. It is completely under their control. Lloyd is he saw him. He noticed just in time in the paranoia. Well, still getting one. Not bad from EWC. I think that's his second kill of the map.
Đơn giản một round anti-eco chill.
Been a rough day for EWC, that's for certain. I think map 2 he was decent, but definitely not been the guy that we've seen playing in VCT EMEA, but maybe this can be the half where that changes. Of course, strong starts to halves really doesn't seem to mean much in this series. We saw Foot win both pistols on map 1, lose it, win both pistols on map 2, win it, and now they've lost both pistols on map 3. And I don't know what's going to happen, but they are at a deficit, and this is going to be an important round for them. A weaker purchase from their opponent, Sop leading the charge. And already a lot of information for that defensive side, and they have 4 players here.
Well, this crunch from BBL seems dangerous. As you said,
Hay
they've
là
got the
đâu?
numbers, but hold on, not anymore. They
2 đổi 2.
Rock pulling back 2 kills on a sliver of health. And that's
Raven đẩy được C nha, nghe thì hết tiếng chạy của Gen 2J rồi.
Has heard the steps. He knows the rotations are coming back to this A site. Oh, but they've
Ngon
gone
luôn.
back right
Chạy
into
các.
his arms. A freebie.
Bye bye you nha.
Gets right on out of there. Has a trap sitting on C as well. His wall and all of those thorns. Now he can just sit back. Play towards the B site.
Ngon luôn, là rốc một máu vẫn làm được thêm một nữa.
Was from Larocque, but fair enough. I also don't know what that shot was from Kraven.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like take a fight, flip a coin, and
Vẫn
see
thua
who
được
wins.
nhá.
Definitely thinking that fatigue might be starting to kick in. As said, it is midnight now. Turkey. Stally's position is known, but of course this is going to be Larocque. Potentially taking the bait. Low on HP, his second nade of the round, but his teammate only had a pistol.
Một máu làm 2 nữa. Ui. La Rocque ơi, em đến từ hành tinh đâu vậy? Anh ơi, KD em vẫn nào cũng ván nào cũng 1.1 1.0 1.1 làm sao để tăng vậy á?
I was Loida, and
Kiểu
we lost that round. And if I was Loida, we would.
Nó là một vấn đề về tâm lý, tức là em chơi để làm gì thôi. Nếu em chơi vì KD, em chơi vì muốn là một người chơi tốt hơn, là một người chơi chết ít hơn, giữ mạng tốt hơn đúng không? Thì em hãy chơi theo kiểu an toàn. Em hãy chơi theo kiểu là tôi chơi game này để try hard, để tôi nâng trình. Đấy là cái tâm lý của mình khi mình chơi game mình phải đặt ra nhá. Là mình có muốn khá hơn hay không, mình có muốn tốt hơn hay không. Mình muốn tập trung vào việc bắn nhau. Và sau khi bắn nhau mình giữ mạng. Để mình chơi tốt những cái round sau. Mình có kinh tế ổn, lúc nào mình cũng full buy, lúc nào mình cũng súng lớn. Nhưng mà em chơi như thế thì tâm lý của em sẽ ổn. Em sẽ có thể gọi là làm tốt vai trò của em và em có một cái KD đẹp. Chứ còn bây giờ mà em chơi xong em kiểu mẹ ván này dễ quá, tao lao lên tao giết người tao kiếm KD, kiểu gì em cũng chết và kiểu gì KD của em cũng càng ngày càng xấu. Thế thôi. Đấy. Bởi vì muốn chơi lên trình ấy thì làm mọi thứ nó phải đúng theo logic. Tất nhiên thì không phải là logic lúc nào cũng đúng, mà là kiểu bởi vì cái trò nó là game bắn súng ấy. Tay to nó là tất cả thôi, nhưng mà mình kết hợp việc mình chơi một cách hợp lý, cái logic với việc là mình luyện tập êm, thì càng ngày kỹ năng mình sẽ càng tốt hơn, càng ngày mình sẽ càng KD mình sẽ càng đẹp hơn. Thôi. Bản ra anh ngày xưa và chào giờ anh thích bắn mấy cái roll duelist các thứ. Nhưng mà đến bây giờ ví dụ bắn cả mấy anh em 500 đúng không? Nhìn mấy anh em chơi duelist, entry trái entry, cứ làm cái trò gì ấy, mình ngứa mắt mình lại phải chơi. Mà chơi KD mình lại vẫn đẹp, đấy mới là vấn đề cơ. Đơn giản thôi là mình bắn logic hơn thôi.
He might be cheating. If he kills Sop here, we're gonna have to get him out of here. We have to ban him. And Sop's thinking of going in the smoke. Molly had sent him forward for just a moment, but no, okay. It's a 5v4. I mean, advantage there for BBL. I don't want to.
Quan trọng nhất là vẫn là aim thôi.
The one thing that could throw a spanner in the works is that nightfall.
Nó rất là khi mà anh em chơi bằng gọi là cái logic quen rồi ấy, đột nhiên có một người làm cái gì đấy nó thiếu logic, anh em chơi cảm giác khó chịu thực. Vì ví dụ như là kiểu thường anh em đi, tôi cứ lấy ví dụ một tình huống gọi là 4 người ở trong side rồi, hôm đẹp, đúng không? Tại sao mà súng của anh em yếu hơn đối thủ? Tại sao không phải là bắn kẹp với nhau, người thứ 5 về bắn kẹp cùng 4 người kia, mà người thứ 5 lại nhất quyết là phải đi lớp, đúng không? Tất nhiên là trường hợp ấy, nó rất là nhiều trường hợp như kiểu nhiều ông bị kiểu máy móc quá, cứ chơi Sentinel, cứ chơi mấy cái role thì thí ấy, là phải đi móc. Đúng rồi, đôi khi chỉ cần về bắn cùng nhau thôi là thắng rồi.
Map 3 is super dominant. That is technically
Cứ suy nghĩ như kiểu 1+1 bằng 2 thôi là kiểu gì chơi game hay hơn thật. Bởi vì kiểu suy nghĩ thì nó đơn giản đấy.
For me dedicating my time to spend it with all of you.
With someone who is a genius is they always have to say I'm a genius. That's normally a factor.
Chỗ ta mới có một vụ thằng trẻ trâu vào nhảy 2 cái cạc của con nét bị chủ dọa đem lên công an phải gọi phụ huynh đến khóc hết nước mắt mới được tha. Sai thì bị xử lý thế là đúng rồi, chẳng qua chủ người ta còn gọi là gọi là có tình người ấy, chứ còn người ta mà cứ pháp luật mà dã thì thôi.
Anyways, for now, I will throw myself under the bus a little bit. I did think it would be Foot that were dominating if we were to have a dominant win. In fact, Tom, you said the same thing. It's either a dominant win for Foot or a close game, and we have gotten the exact opposite, which we should have known. This day has been full of nothing but unpredictability. So when we accounted for every option except one, we should have assumed that was the real option. Yeah. And for BBL to deliver like this is sensational, but they are so close to closing it. This is the point where we've seen teams switch before. We saw Fnatic just earlier.
Nightfall on nightfall.
Oh,
everybody in
a
position up and sociable it seems. He had the right read, but the trades have come back thick.
Spam ăn được một nhưng mà BBL lại đớp được đôi anh em ạ.
Back into a advantage for this defensive side. Aggression needs to be
mẹ mấy cái thằng thủ ấy.
King of clean. Dear Lord, Creven. I need to that aim routine other than just beating Mitch in deathmatch. What else are you doing? Because seemingly there is nothing that Foot can do to stop you. One round away from eliminating one of the teams, and actually the only team that will be at Masters London and potentially not at EWC.
Mercy now would be weakness.
I don't want to take credit for it, Tom, but I think playing against me in that death match might have taught Creven everything he knows. I mean,
nói thật là mấy thằng kỹ C
it seems inspired by some of the greatest. The guy is incredible. Look at that shot, man.
Say man, trời ơi, đúng chỉ bắn nhau thôi mà.
We had a quiet map from Creven earlier on, and I think Foot could be very grateful that they got that. Now it seems like everybody.
Chính ra là BBL chưa gặp Eternal Fire nhỉ anh em nhỉ? Kể từ lúc thăng hạng là chưa gặp nhau mà đúng không?
Everyone else, or the map 4. Everyone else is showing up. Good night. That nade's going to do a lot of damage, and that off is going to do even more. The stun might have caught them all. It's perfect. Oh my goodness, this is how they do it. All-out aggression. The Turkish style from BBL, and they're feeding it to Foot.
13 năm cho map thi đấu cuối cùng và xin chúc mừng các thành viên của BBL Esports. Họ sẽ là những người đi tiếp gặp Navi anh em ạ. Ê, chưa thấy ảnh Rusik à?
Imposter among them. Rusik did technically make it into that match, but not in this game. He is Turkish though. See, I told you, that's what that dot was earlier. That was actually Rusik sneaking his way into the game, but no, honestly, the
vỡ đến từ phút anh em ạ. Dạ thôi, tôi nghĩ là phút khả năng nên tập trung cho Master anh em ạ. Còn có mấy ngày đâu. Mùng 6 tức là vừa tròn một tuần nữa. Chính xác một tuần nữa thì sẽ bắt đầu Master anh em ạ. Bắn cố là lại phải bắn thêm 2 ngày nữa. Bắn thêm 1 ngày nữa, bắn thêm một BO5 nữa cũng tương đối mệt đấy. Thôi thì chuẩn bị hành trang, chuẩn bị sang London là vừa. Không tệ lắm anh em ạ, thua cũng chả sao. Thua thì mất vé đi thôi. Ôi, chắc là lỡ like rồi thì off luôn anh em ạ. Xong rồi tí khoảng 7 giờ tôi on lại nhá. 7 giờ on lại, còn bây giờ chắc ngồi làm việc một tí hoặc là chơi Valorant với cả thằng Lela tí. Mọi người nhá. Đùa ấy, thật ra là tôi đang phải nghiên cứu một tí đèn đóm anh em ạ. Tôi đang nghiên cứu là mua đèn mua đóm làm sao cho nó phù hợp để làm review nhá. Mọi người thông cảm. Em nhá anh em ơi, hẹn gặp lại mọi người vào 7 giờ nhá.